As of January 3, 2019, the government of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana had to issue a stern warning to the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela to immediately withdraw its unilateral decree and cease all uses and threats of military forces. The warning to the Spanish-speaking nation came after an oil exploration ship contracted by ExxonMobil was forced to suspend operations off the coast of Guyana after it was approached by a Venezuelan Navy vessel. How did we arrive at this juncture? Let's go back a bit to when Guyana was a British colony. This is InfoHub Extended.
The Guyana-Venezuela border issue began in the second half of the 19th century between Great Britain and Venezuela over the location of the border between its colony of British Guyana and the Spanish-speaking nation. This continued until an arbitral tribunal was empaneled in 1897 to determine the borders, which eventually settled with the issuance of an arbitral award on October 3, 1899. Following this, a joint commission with representatives from both countries outlined the borders in 1905. For half a century, Venezuela honored this agreement in word and deed. In 1931, a boundary commission comprising representatives from Great Britain, Venezuela, and Brazil agreed on the specific point on Mount Roraima, where the boundaries of British Guyana, Venezuela, and Brazil met. A concrete marker was erected soon after. The matter was permanently settled. However, in 1962, Venezuela unilaterally and without any basis or evidence announced that it regarded the award of 1899 as null and void.
By November 1965, a meeting was held in London between Venezuelan and British representatives, and the representative from British Guyana was held. A joint communique stating that both sides should work to find satisfactory solutions for a practical settlement of the matter which has arisen as a result of the Venezuelan contention was issued. In February 1966, the Geneva Agreement was signed by the governments of British Guyana, Great Britain, and Venezuela.
Then both Guyana and Venezuela in 1982 requested United Nations Secretary General to decide on a method of solution to the matter. The Secretary General chose the Good Offices process in 1990. By 2014, the UN Good Offices process was declared exhausted by Guyana. In the meantime, though, Venezuela had already consistently embarked on a pattern of subversion, threats, and intimidation. Then, in May 2015, Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro issued a decree number 1787 laying an illegal claim to almost all of Guyana's maritime zone. In September 2015, there was an escalation of Venezuelan military activity in eastern Venezuela near to the border with Guyana. The government of Guyana strongly denounced this decree, calling it a flagrant violation of international law. Then a second decree, 1859, was issued by Venezuela in July 2015, reiterating its claim. By September the same year, Venezuelan gunboats and troops were deployed along Guyana's border.
By this time, President Granger told the nation that the long-standing border issue was obstructing Guyana's development.
This controversy has bedeviled our relations and has actually stymied our development in four of our regions: Barima Waini, the Patara Siparuni, to some extent the Rupununi, and also Kuyuni Mazruni. Those four regions have had their development obstructed because of Venezuelan objections. It will contribute to the confidence investors have in coming to Guyana, and will contribute to the infrastructural development that we have engaged other countries with, Brazil and China. They would like to know that they're operating in a safe region of Guyana that is not under claim.
On December 15, 2016, the former United Nations Secretary General Ban Ki-moon informed both nations of his decision on the Article 4.2 of the 1966 Geneva Agreement as to the means of settlement of the matter between Guyana and Venezuela. Secretary General Ban informed that the Good Offices process will continue for one final year until December 31, 2017, with a strengthened mandate of mediation. It was stated that if by the end of 2017 Secretary General Antonio Guterres concludes that significant progress has not been made towards arriving at a full agreement for the solution of the controversy, he will refer the matter to the International Court of Justice, ICJ, for judicial settlement.
In February 2017, United Nations Secretary General Guterres named Norwegian lawyer and diplomat Dag Nylander as good officer to Georgetown and Caracas. President Granger met with the UN Good Officer in April 2017, and by January 30, 2018, the UN Secretary General would refer the matter to the ICJ for judicial settlement.
The ICJ is the principal judicial organ of the United Nations. It was established by the UN Charter in June 1945. In March 2018, Guyana filed its application to the ICJ requesting it to confirm the legal validity and binding effect of the award regarding the boundary between the colony of British Guyana and the United States of Venezuela of the 3rd of October 1899, hereinafter the 1899 award. In a release issued on July 2nd, the ICJ said Guyana and Venezuela have until November 19, 2018 and April 18, 2019 respectively to file its memorial and counter-memorial. A memorial is a petition or representation that will have to be made by the legal teams from the party in the matter. Addressing this matter by the ending of 2018, Guyana's Foreign Affairs Minister Carl Greenidge updated the media on the case.
The case is before the ICJ. You would have received the reports which have, at this point in time, everything has been done that was supposed to be done, and it is for Venezuela to decide whether it will respond to our memorial, and if it does, it has to do that by the end of April 2019.
On the matter, the ICJ has to first resolve the question of its jurisdiction before making a determination on the border controversy. Daddy!
However, before 2018 was over, Venezuela would again resort to intimidatory tactics when a Venezuelan Navy vessel approached an oil exploration vessel contracted by ExxonMobil.
The vessel, which was conducting seismic testing in Guyanese waters 90 miles from the internationally recognized border, was forced to suspend operations. The Venezuelan Navy, however, did not board the vessel. In response to this incident, Guyana government, through its Foreign Affairs Minister, issued a warning to Venezuela and reported the incident to the ICJ.
But the case is in good hands. It's in the hands of the same team that won the judicial proceeding with Suriname. We go to work again to finish the job.
This has been InfoHub Extended. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Being diagnosed with HIV can be difficult.
Lizzie, my dear.
But there is hope.
Thanks, buddy.
Think positively. Medications are easy to take and will get the virus under control.
You are not alone.
Wait for me!
You will be educated about treatment. It is important to know names and not just the color of medication. NGOs and government care and treatment sites have workers available to help you learn about the pills. You are in control. Life is to be enjoyed, and HIV does not have to take your joy.